Berry Hill, Nashville. The views and opinions of the following show are those of the host and the host only, and not those of Heidelberg Broadcasting, its ownership, or management.
Welcome, beautiful people. Good evening. It is that time again here at 6 p.m. sharp at the Greater Nashville. Welcome to WVOL Mighty 147 here in Nashville, but also welcome to RFD Talk with your host Robin F. David. I am your host. I am a healing consultant. I'm a best-selling author, self-published author, president of the Golden Foundation. My mission is to brighten, believe, and direct wholeness to women by teaching the truth. RFD Talk brings simple understanding to complicated situations, taking the hard work out of self love. I want to thank our sponsors today. So happy to have you guys. Happy Black History Month. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, and definitely can't wait to introduce you to our guest. She's in the green room, and we are going to have a treat tonight, everyone. So first of all, I want to say thank you to the sponsors. One of our sponsors is Shave Me Down Handmade Body Butter, and you can get your Shave Me Down from Shave Me Down Facebook, shamedown.com, or you can email them at shamedown06@gmail.com. We appreciate Shave Me Down. It's been a faithful sponsor here at the RFD Talk. Then we also have our other sponsor is Majestic. It's Majestic Elegance Candles and Company, where it is sewing candles, and you can visit Majestic Elegance Candles and Company at livemajestic.com. So those are our two sponsors today. And if you are ready in your home and safe in your house, if you're driving, you can't call in. But if you are at home safe and relaxed and ready to get some information from our creating history Black woman, we're inviting you to call in with your questions tonight. We invite questions, so please call in at 615-415-3969. So please call in, and we appreciate you. So today our show is going to be about skincare, empowering yourself with skincare and self-care. And we have a lovely guest today, and I'm so honored to have Celeste Black. And she's in the green room, and we're going to be turning the camera towards her right now so she can be on the screen with me.
Hey.
Hello. Hello. Thank you for being here today.
I am honored to be here today, Robert. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you. Some of the things I would like to ask you is just, can you tell our listeners and our viewers a little bit about, tell us a little bit about your background and how you come to become who you are today.
So I am. So I have a natural skincare company. It's called Miriam, and it came about. It was the unexpected gift that came about. So 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 3B breast cancer. Just came out the blue. Never, it wasn't hereditary or anything like that. Was diagnosed with stage 3B breast cancer, and while I was going through that journey, my aunt, my family's a little different. So my aunt was like, "You're sick, but you're not really sick. So you need to find you something to do while you're going through this journey." And that was just to keep me focused on and being positive for what was after the breast cancer. And then she was like, "Well, I think you need to learn another language." But I didn't want to learn another language. I did want to keep my skin healthy. And I decided that I was going to study skincare products. I always loved skincare products. So before I got diagnosed, Robin, I was a junkie. I was an advertiser's dream. I was a skincare vitamin, whatever they told me would make me look younger, make my hair grow, make whatever. I used it, and I never looked at any labels. I just used it, right? And that was some insecurity in me. I had low self-esteem. So whatever they told me to use, I would use it because I wanted to be prettier and prove that I had made it, and all that kind of stuff. So I learned about reading labels. And when I started reading those labels, I was very shocked
Good.
at the ingredients that were in those products. I was so shocked. I was like, I can't believe these are legal.
Wow. I'm so glad you mentioned that. So you was already loving skincare products,
Yes.
but then you realized as a consumer
Yes.
that the ingredients was bad. That's what you're sharing with
The
us.
ingredients were very bad. And if it's a product made for a woman of color, it's a 70% more toxins in the products than it would be for a regular product because they don't care what they put in the products for us. So and the information is out there. It's not a secret. We just don't read and we don't educate ourselves.
Oh,
So we got to be empowered to educate ourselves.
yes, that right there, that
Yeah.
point right there. I believe that is what
Yeah.
I see a lot of us do.
So I'm going through the journey and I look at African women and they're beautiful. Their skin is beautiful. I look at Asian women, their skin is beautiful. I look at all these women from these different cultures, and a lot of them are third world countries, so they use the products from the earth, from what God gave them, and they look amazing. So I'm like, wow, let me start researching this. And so I started researching the products and finding all these different butters and oils and these different things, and they worked. So while I was going through my breast cancer journey, everybody would always say, "Are you sick? Are you sure you're really sick?" Even my doctors would ask, "Am I really sick?" And I'm like, "Well, that's what y'all tell me, and based on these bills, it better be the truth. It better not be a big misdiagnosis."
Yes.
So I just started studying, and black soap, shea butter, all that. It got a bad rap for a while. Because a lot of people would feel like black soap would make their skin, it would dry their skin out. It would burn their skin, or the shea butter is sticky, and it was, right?
Mhm.
But when I started educating myself and researching and found that there's different grades to these shea butters and black soaps. We didn't know
Right.
because we just know it's coming from Africa, right? So we're going to use it. But I learned there's all these different grades. So I found a supplier who is so passionate about it. She takes her seeds to a chemist and has them break those seeds down, the composition of them. So every time it's made the same way. It's got the right level and ingredients. So your black soap should not be overly drying. It shouldn't burn your skin. But when they're making it cheap and they don't put the right ratio of butters and oils and things in it, is it going to burn your skin? Absolutely. So I said, honey, we go Africa. That's what we connected to, right? We're gonna use this African black soap and shea butter. It heals the skin. We're gonna make it sexy, and that's what I do. We making skincare sexy.
Oh, I love it. Skincare sexy. Did you
Yes.
hear that, listeners?
Yes.
That's why I call her our modern day. See, I call her Madam CJ Walker. She is our Madam CJ Walker because she is one of the first women that I have met in this region who really understands what you just said is ingredient based. I am an ingredient junkie. And so I love that you alluded to that we don't really pay attention
Yes.
to what we're putting on our skin. And
Mhm.
also you said we as black women.
Mhm.
So we want to celebrate you as
Thank
being
you.
a new creating new history for us as
Mhm.
black women. So
Mhm.
thank you for that. And I meant to mention that, y'all, this is Black History Month and we're
Yes.
talking about skin, and we definitely want to honor Madam CJ Walker,
Yeah,
because Madam
absolutely.
CJ Walker, just to say it, just to go back for just a second, listeners, we're going to go back to Celeste in just a second. But Madam CJ Walker, she was an entrepreneur,
Mhm.
just like Miss Celeste here at our studio. And then she was also a philanthropist, and she
Mhm.
was also a social
Mhm.
activist. And she was the very first Black woman that we know of who created millions of dollars.
Yes.
So I just want to honor her. And when I think of Celeste and your products, that's who you represent to us in our new time, informing us how we can take care of our skin. Tell me more about the difference in your products versus some that's on the counters.
So there's a difference in what's on the counters and also maybe what some other artisans do. I'm super duper passionate about what I do because of what I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want other women to have to go through what I've been through. So let me educate them. This is my joke. It's not a joke. It's the truth. I have a multi-million-dollar body, baby. All the money that I had to heal myself, the treatments and everything that I went through, this is a multi-million-dollar body. So I don't want other women to have to go through that. I was blessed to have excellent insurance. So I got amazing treatment, right? But a lot of times us as African Americans don't get that treatment. I was blessed to have it. So going through that treatment, God just put it on me. I can go back and think about times where he's been building this business for me all my life. But I just had to listen. You know, the cancer, I wouldn't wish on anybody. It was hell. But he was trying to get my attention. He had something else for me. And going through that journey, I tell people all the time, that chemo, it burns everything out of you. It burns your skin. It burns everything in you and out of you. And he burned the generational curses. He burned the hurt. He burned all of that out of me with the chemo so I could become a new person. And Robin, I don't know how God does it, but I look better after going through the cancer than I did before I had the cancer. And that's because I had so much stuff that he burned away. So I say this is my unintentional gift. So we get gifts that it doesn't always come with a pretty bow wrapped around it, but we have to walk into our journey open to that relationship with God, so that we can hear him and let him guide us to what he wants us to do. So I study my butt off. I research and research and research and research, and I keep improving my products and doing better and different because I want these women to have the best. So a lot of us didn't have, at the time, our parents may not have had the money to take us out to get the skincare, right? So my father is an amazing man. So my parents were divorced. But I remember I was like 12 or 13 years old. And again, I dealt with low self-esteem. So I started wearing makeup. And I wore a lot of makeup. And I had this great aunt. And she was like, you know what? And she was more like a grandmother. And she told my daddy, she's like, oh, no. She said, we can't stop her from wearing the makeup. But you're not going to let her skin get messed up with her wearing that makeup. So he said, you need to find her a skincare routine to keep her skin from getting messed up. I lived in Kingsport, Tennessee. And at that time, Fashion Fair was popular, right? So we had nothing up there for Black people. So on the weekends, my dad would come to get us. My dad came and got me that weekend. He took me to Knoxville. He took me to the Fashion Fair counter. And he said, I need you to get my daughter a skin routine, a simple skin routine that she can use every day, and a simple makeup routine that she can use every day. And that's where my journey, my love for it, first started. So I was blessed to have that, but a lot of people don't. But now we got money, right?
Yes,
we got money.
We do.
So we can afford these skincare products. And what makes my products different, Robert, is they're concentrated. They're concentrated. You're going to get, if I tell you getting shea butter, you're getting shea butter. A lot of these companies, you could say they got a body wash. They said, oh, it has shea butter in it. But the shea butter is probably one of the last ingredients on the label. So it's just teeny tiny bit of shea butter. So it's all about marketing. I remember I saw a gentleman said the front of the label is for entertainment purposes. The back of the label is for educational purposes.
That's really good.
And we got to start reading those. Like, what is all this funky stuff? These funky names on the back. What is it? Because I don't want it on me. And so I have been super duper blessed for the women to start an organic green business. Everybody like, who is Miriam B? And what is she doing? For them, Nashville, Clarksville, Murfreesboro, Columbia, they have wrapped their arms around me and loved me and been loyal to me.
That's great.
And it's been an amazing journey. It's hard. It's hard. Very difficult. The hardest thing, even harder than battling the cancer when it comes to business. But the love that I received, I know this is God's journey.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it does sound like that for you because so I do agree with you. Sometimes in life, it's a dark experience that brings a brighter intention for you. And I'm so happy that you had come to that lighter part where you're now, I believe, saying yes. You have said yes to your calling, and the support has showed up for you.
Yes.
And that's what I think that is really thing that God wants us to understand when we say yes to our purpose,
Mm-hmm.
that, like you said, the surrounding areas and growing areas are finding out about Miriam B.
Yes.
I found out about you about a year ago, and I was like, I definitely need to get some of her good stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, I brought you a little sample bag.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I brought that. So happy belated birthday.
OMG, y'all, wait a minute. Hold up, y'all. Now I have some. This is something that I have on my, I have to get and support you. But thank
You're
you.
welcome. And I was like,
That's
well,
all I
guess
really
what
want
day
to
was
say
her
is thank
birthday?
you.
Yes.
And I'm like, I was not expecting some yummies for today after I go home and get and really take a good spiritual bath.
Yes.
I just have to say thank you so much to the Most High and to God and for you coming and bringing all these yummy products. I have to share with you one of the reasons, listeners, I brought her here. And my daughter is on here and she'll say it's the truth. I am an ingredient junkie. And I didn't know you were going to go right into the vein of ingredients. I had to learn that myself. I had a facial skin problem when I was in my early 30s.
Wow.
And it was just bad because it felt bad. It looked bad because you're doing presentations and you're going places, and I had the dark spots because we as black women get the dark spots. Yes. And so
and look at you now, girl.
Well, thank you. And so I started using organic products probably like 20 years ago. So thank you. I am the one who will read the back of something. I'm doing it better with nutrition now, but definitely I was the one who was the junkie, because when my skin started to clear up, I knew then, and that's what the company taught then. I used to be a self-care wellness with the company called Warm Spirit. You guys might have heard me say it before, but that was how I moved down here. I was doing a company called Warm Spirit. Have you ever heard of Warm Spirit? So you're similar to a Warm Spirit, and Warm Spirit was a group of black women all over the world, and we were in business for maybe like 9 or 10 years, and we used to have self-care parties. And so when I tried the products and it cleared my skin so much, I knew then that nothing goes on my skin without me reading the back of the label, because I knew then it was penetrating into my third level of my bloodstream.
Right. So this is our biggest organ.
That's right. Yes.
This is our biggest organ. So I'm baffled that we don't want to take care. This is the organ that leads to everything on the inside. So I get baffled when people don't want to make sure that they take care of this first. And I tell people it's a lifestyle, right? So you got to drink water. You got to eat right. You got to exercise. You got to get rid of the stress. Because we as black women, we take on everything. Everything. And so one of the first parts of my journey was getting women to have and what I consider an at-home time, me time, and it's a skin-loving experience.
I love that. I love your cliche there. Skin love. Say that one more time.
I want you to have a skin loving experience. So I want you to go. You may not be able to go to the spa, right? You may be busy, have kids and all this, but you can go to the bathroom and shut the door and lock it. And you can take products in there. The smell lifts, the feel lifts, the all of it, the reaction to your skin, it lifts your spirit and your soul. So you feel better and you look better. I get so many compliments from the husbands to say thank you for making my wife feel sexy again.
Oh, that's so good that you brought that up. You're such a she's so pretty, y'all. Now I met her, I'm staring at her in her face. She's so beautiful and so passionate, and I just feel this is the divine. Like I said, she just reminds me of Madam C.J. Walker. She's just incredible, and we as black women really should appreciate all your hard work. You just that you're laboring in now for this moment and this season, and as you get to the other place where you'll be in Caribbean laying up. I see you, girl. I see her on the Caribbean laying up. She gives me that Caribbean vibe. I love a woman that understands her skin is a part of her grace. It's such a and it does make you feel sexy. I remember when I did my first experience with organic products, and my best friend, she was making see I wanted to be a part of the company. Once she said sample it. I went in the bathroom. I still had the pigment problem. It was really bad because I would get stressed out and I cycle at the time. It was just terrible. Then I ate chocolate, so it was really bad. And I would have to do presentations, and it's messed with your confidence. And I remember putting that product on, like you said, organic products and healthy products like yours for sure. When you put it on, your skin say thank you. you automatically have this lift and happiness feeling, and you want to be touched. And I've been told so many times, my ex would be like, "You're so soft, you smell so good." And aromatherapy is so nice.
So we have to realize too, and this is going to be my new campaign that I'm trying to get out, that beauty is power. Okay. And when I say beauty, I'm not saying when you look at me aesthetically, you have to think that I'm beautiful, because everybody, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yes.
But if you, as a woman, feel beautiful, no matter what anybody else says, you walk different, you talk different, you feel different, you treat other women different, because it's power. Your power.
Oh, this is a divine moment, y'all. So I got excited and introduced her so fast. I got to go back because the Holy Spirit, just a second. In the beginning of the show, I always use the power word, and I have it. Oh, did I write it in my, let's see. So she know that I'm not losing my mind. So what did, okay, here we go. Because I know this is divine appointment right now, and I'm about to shout. Because I had waited so long to meet her, and I said, I gotta order my product because she got the yummy stuff that I like. And then of course, one of the other guests was like, "Oh, girl, you got to get her body butters and stuff." So what did RFD say is what I normally say at the beginning of the show. I just want to throw that in there real quick, guys. I forgot. I got excited. Sometimes I got to calm down. And what should I do when I need to calm down, listeners? Take a deep breath, because it's been a fun full week for me. So what did RFD say? I am powerful. Yes. You just said. Yes. And she had no idea that I chose the word. And I said before the Lord, I said, what is our word for this week? So all listeners, the word for this week, what did RFD say? I am powerful. Powerful. And you just said skincare.
Beauty is power.
Beauty is power, is what she just said. And it really is. You feel powerful when you use the right ingredients.
And when you feel beautiful, it changes your whole mindset. It changes who you are. And we can freely compliment other women and lift them up. It's a healing. It's a healing.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Yeah. Love that. Especially being that she brought the other word up, being that I'm a healing consultant. Everything has the purpose of healing, and it's purposeful lifestyle. You said when you talk about the self-care items, and you said that we do have what you said every woman has. You might not be able to go to the spa,
but you can use these products at home and have a skin loving experience. I tell everybody, my products are not magic. You'll never hear me say I have a magic product, because I don't create magic. I'm not a witch, and I don't do miracle. I ain't gonna have no miracle products. I'm not Jesus, right? But what I do have are products that are from the earth that God did give us that work. So my slogan is where we heal the skin, where it's healthy, it's happy, and it glows.
Yes, that's what's happening right now with yours. It's like it's just shining. It's so glowy. So it's so pretty.
It glows because it's healthy. So like with anything else, what we put on our body, what we put on our skin, I don't do anything magical. What does happen is these women from Africa and India and all these places that make these products, they have so much pride in what they do. That's their work. And they have this feeling as I get to do this. I get to make these products. And they have pride in doing it. And Robin, while they're making the products, they might have a baby on their back. They might have a baby on their front. It's not the best conditions. And they singing. And they happy.
Wow.
And they loving. In the worst conditions, they're doing this. So when they're making these products, it already begins with love. So it don't begin in no factory with junk. It already starts with love. Wow. So when it gets to me, I got to make sure I'm straight. I got to make sure I'm healthy, that I feel good, that I'm on top of my game, because I got to continue with the love process as I create the ingredients. So since these products are made with love, starting from the women in Africa, what can it not do but heal your skin?
Wow. And that when you said from the earth, that was the first thing I tried from Warm Spirit, was called Earth Mask. I came out the bathroom. I get so excited, I forgot what I was going to say about that. But I get really, I came out the bathroom and I said, I love myself. And I only used the product one time. Yes. And that's what my girlfriend said. She said, I remember you ran out the bathroom. It was almost like the bumps and the dark spots was gone. Yeah. They wasn't gone. The products, ingredients felt so good that my confession was,
Right.
I love myself.
Right. And I encourage my women. One of my other things that I'm working on now is if you look at my pages on social media, is we're doing skin loving affirmations. We have to talk to our skin.
Tell me more about that.
So we got to start talking. We got to talk to ourselves. We give ourselves affirmations for life and living and loving. We got to talk to this skin too. I appreciate this skin for protecting me from disease. I love my skin. My skin will heal. My skin will glow. So every day I try to put out a different affirmation, and I'm going to start putting it in my boxes because there's so many women. There's also women that contact me that are depressed and ashamed because their skin doesn't look a certain way, and they're embarrassed. And we got to start, as we're using this and we washing our face and we putting this on, we're going to start talking to that skin. I love you.
It. I love it. Oh,
you protect me.
I love this new affirmation. See, that's why I got what the RFD say, because I like scriptures, quotes, and the
I feel
affirmations.
beautiful.
Affirmations.
I feel sexy.
Oh, I love it.
My skin is hydrated. I'm aging amazing.
Let me say this to you too. For us as Black women, when we were in Warm Spirit, it was a predominantly Black company too, because we wanted to educate Black women on total self-care and awareness of these things, aromatherapy, healing ourselves, learning how to heal ourselves. You also remind me of that so many of us that still are not aware of that. And I would say, we say Black don't crack. I got to go in there, ladies. I love, it cracks. But I say, because when you know my grandmother never used to let me wear Vaseline or baby oil. And I feel like our grandparents did that because they didn't know any better.
Yeah, they did the best thing they did with what they knew.
Yes, right. And not to knock that. And some people like, oh, I really can't afford to buy those type of products. But little goes a long way when you use
quality products.
When you use quality products, you will start saying that you have $1 billion body, like Miss Madam here just said, because you are correct. When you decide to spend a little bit on yourself, and I think that's sometimes the barrier with some of us Black women, because it was for me. I'm just telling myself. It was difficult for me at first to think about investing in that type of product.
Well, many didn't know. So I'll be honest, when I first started, I just started putting all these products out, and everybody's like, well, what is that? And what do I do with it? Because at the time, people just didn't have the money. We were doing good to have clothes and food and shelter. And so they just didn't have the opportunity. So I had to step back and say, I got to educate on every little part, because people just didn't know, well, what I need to scrub for? Well, what I need to, people were scared of oils. And I'm like, no, oils are good. But what has happened, people have used the wrong oils. You got to use nice oils that mimic your skin's natural oils. So then when you put it on, your skin just sucks it in. And then you get this amazing, soft, hydrated, glowing skin.
Wow, you should see her skin, everybody. Listeners, you have to go to her website and look at this beautiful face here, because her skin is just gorgeous from top, like everything I see.
I take care of every part every day. Exfoliation is key. Yeah, we gotta get that old skin off. Ooh. And I don't know, a lot of women don't ever exfoliate. Have you ever exfoliated before? And they say no. I want you to get a dermatologist. I want you to get an esthetician. I want you to get an excellent skincare line. I want you to drink water, and I want you to eat well.
Oh, I love it. Exfoliation. Even as a nail technician, I always tell my clients, they come in all the time and they say, well, Robin, I use the best lotions. And I say, you need an exfoliator. That's what helps. The Earth Mask was an exfoliator. It was a gentle exfoliator, and it removed my
dead, dry skin. So when you use a moisturizer, your skin can soak it in. But if you got all that dead skin on top, it's just sitting on top. It's sitting on top of dead skin. So we got to remove all that junk. And I want you to think about removing all that junk, removing all the stress from the day, removing all the drama. It's so many of us who have lived in bad households. Our parents did the best they could with what they had, right? But it is a lot of trauma and drama. And we really need healing. I'm still healing. I'm just getting to the point, Robin, where I am open enough to say, I need help.
Well, that's good, because that's the only way you get help.
Exactly. And that's the only way. And guess what, Robin?
That's the only way you can heal.
Right.
As you say, I need help.
When you say it, when you say, I need help with this business, I need help with this, I need help with that.
Help
God
comes.
serves it to you.
Yes. Help.
But you got to be open to it.
You have to be
we got to quit. this happened to me, and we don't want to tell nobody. We don't want nobody to know, and we holding this in and holding that in. Because guess what? That is disease. If you break it down, is dis-ease. And this lady told me, she said, your cancer came from here. All your negative emotions, all your low self-esteem, the generational curses, you done stuffed it down all these years, and it settles in your stomach. Well, your immune system, a lot of people don't know, is from here.
Mm-hmm.
Your healing comes from here.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kept stuffing it in and stuffing it in, and I had to release it. And that's what God gave me this second opportunity to heal. That's why he burnt all that. The chemo was this stuff got to go.
Mm.
And that's the way he had to get my attention, because I'm hard-headed.
Well,
I'm hard-headed. So that's how he had to get my attention.
It's okay.
And so now I started out wanting to do it for cancer patients, and it just kind of went another way. I put my feed on Facebook and was like, look at my skin, and everybody knew my journey. Mm-hmm. And they was like, well, I want some, and I want some. And that's how my journey started, by social media. I put some butter out. People said they wanted some. I started it in the summer, right? So I would ship the butters out, and I was using coconut oil. Mm-hmm. As soon as I would ship them out, it would melt. I was distraught. So I was like, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. This is too much work. I got a job. So God said, no, I got a mission for you to do. Mm-hmm. He said, keep researching. And Robin, he found, I was able to find all these amazing butters and oils. He's like, in the summertime, I got oils that mimic the same qualities as the butter. Make an oil, you'll sell that in the summertime. In the spring, summer, and fall, you can sell your butter so they can travel well. I'm not creative. I don't know where all these products came from. Yeah, I do. They came from him. Mm-hmm. I'm the vessel. People say, you are so humble. Yeah, I am, because this ain't of me. Mm-hmm. I'm just the vessel.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad you said yes to being the modern day mm-hmm. Madam C.J. Walker mm-hmm. in our community, and teaching women the importance of loving their skin,
yes,
putting the right ingredients on there, making time for your life. Yes, and you have the time. I would always tell women that you have the time. You take a bath, and they say, yeah. I'm like, well, you got the time. You just sit that in your bathroom. So it's like, you remind me of someone that we are anticipating to have on the show coming next week, and she is Queen Afua.
Yeah,
Queen Afua
really
said yes to next week's show, but we did get an email that we're still waiting for pending with her graphic artist before we pronounce it. Okay. But I definitely want the listeners to know that Queen Afua,
that is a treat.
She is definitely on her way, and you allured to it when you talked about the reason I brought Queen up, and I am talking about her being here next week. All go well. Her herself told me she could come next week. But her graphic artist person texted me on Saturday and said, I got to check her schedule. I said, well, she told me her schedule.
She done told me.
So I'm waiting. We're still waiting, yes, but we will have Queen coming in to talk about some more of our healing processes. Yeah. Because one of you did say, I took hers is called Womb Care Love. Mm-hmm. And she also touches about the gut and mm-hmm. the woman and mm-hmm. our womb mm-hmm. and how we have so much trauma and things in there. So Warm Spirit came to me like in 2000, top of 2000. So we were ahead of the curve. Yes, a lot of people always say, well, why do my skin look so young? Because I said yes.
A long time ago.
In my early 30s.
Right. So Robin, I like that you brought that up, because guess what? Prevention is key, right? Mm-hmm. You got to start early. And that's what what can I do to do this? You need to start now. I don't care if you don't have any skin issues right now, but one day we all have.
Oh, yes, yes.
And we all will. Mm-hmm. And so if you don't want to get the wrinkles and stuff like that, we got to start moisturizing our skin. It's about moisture. It's about massaging the skin the right way, touching our skin the right way. I know, unfortunately, in our community, a lot of people have a problem with even touching their skin, because we were taught you're not supposed to touch yourself, spiritually.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I've heard of it.
Yeah. That's a sin.
I heard of it.
But we have to. We got to get the blood circulating.
Yes.
And again, that goes back to talking to our skin and giving them those, and touching it and giving them those skin affirmations. Touch heals.
It does heal. Touch does heal. That's one of my love languages
Yes.
anyway. But I'm definitely a huggy person.
Mhm.
Some people can't hug because of the things
Right.
that's going on with them.
Right.
Sometimes if you're being trauma and hurt, you don't like people to
Right.
hug you, and that's okay.
Mhm.
I am that person. I understand. I touch, and I do like that as a love language, and I think it's important. I actually love what you're saying about talking to your skin. I definitely do a lot of affirmations for myself as well, growing into the healing consultant that I am. And I would tell women that you should. Now, some of y'all may see that I have released some weight, and part of it was touching my stomach every day and saying I love my stomach and I love how it took care of me for
Yes.
43 years or 54 years now. And I just started saying that because I had a consultant that came on and I was trying to wear one of those shirts. I never wear the little high rising shirt. I'm like, girl, I got 5 children that came out of here in this belly. She said, Robin, just touch your belly every day and tell your belly that you love your
Wow.
belly for allowing you to have those 5 children.
And she's teeny tiny, y'all. Like teeny tiny.
And
Like she fine. That's all I can say. She's super fine.
Thank you.
So it's funny that you brought that up because Tracy Ellis Ross had a video on Instagram, and she said one of her therapists or something told her to start talking to her stomach and massaging.
I do.
And massaging her stomach. So I was like, wow, I'm gonna start doing that. So you just
affirmed what you heard. Yeah, it came back to you. Well, some stuff will come back to you. That's what I say. It's been like all our journeys of healers and healings and healing thyself with the help of the Most High and God. Please use the name that you feel most comfortable with. But and God is teaching us that from the earth, right? And so yes, I started doing what she said as well. And she started cracking up because I called her and I said, now I don't wear the same size clothes anymore. She said, Robert, that's good. I said, wait a minute. I was just saying to my round belly from having those amazing children. I just tell my body that I appreciate it more now. I started talking to my body and then I put on she taught me how to put on the outfit, the pants, the high rising pants. And I didn't realize I could wear the mid thrift shirt. Like I was like, after having kids, you don't wear that no more. But no, so
girl, you gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. So
you can tell
thank
that
you.
As this young man told me one time, I can tell that you take great care of yourself.
I appreciate that. It's been a training, learning, a prevention. When we, like I said, when we first got in Warm Spirit, if anybody ever heard of Warm Spirit back in 2000, and we were around for about 10 years. That was our goal, is to educate many women as possible on the self-care journey and loving yourself. It's so important. And so touch your skin, tell your body you love it. It's so important.
Yeah, because our body is a miraculous machine, right? But unfortunately, in society, we get all these false ideas of what our body's supposed to look like. And I know, I've been there. Like, I'm the lady who I have had challenges with my weight, whether real or not. And now I look back and I'm like, oh, I thought I was fat, and I was fat. But I can look back at it now. But at that time, I beat myself up. But after going through this cancer journey, honey, can't nobody say nothing about this body.
I love it, girl. I love this $1 million body, $1 billion. She's in the billion flow, y'all. $1 million is nothing right now. She's in the billion flow.
I took treatments for what, 5, 6, 7 years.
Oh, that's billion flow. She's in the billion flow now.
Ma'am.
Her healing is double those zeros right now. The healing process, and she's sharing that with us. And I love how you are so transparent. How it was very difficult to surrender, and that's one of the things. And when we get in those situations, surrendering to what God is truly going to bring out of that, and how many lives now are you impacting from a whole lot? I mean, I first seen you on, I discovered her on Facebook as well, and I was like, I'm following this lady. Like, would you be my friend? She's like, girl, who is you? I'm like, you got my stuff. I gotta get some of that. I said, I gotta get in. I gotta invest in you as well. And I am so happy to have you, Miriam B. It's your packaging is so beautiful. I want to tell the listeners, oh my God, this stuff is quality, guys. I mean, the container is so black soap. I never had.
So this is actually liquid Moroccan black soap.
Oh,
so if you've ever heard of the Heyman treatments, in Morocco.
No, tell me more.
So we got Africa, right? So
Yes.
we got Morocco up here, and then we've got Benin and Ghana and everything else. So the people in Morocco look different. They got the straight
Sure.
hair. And so the things that come from the earth there are a little different. People don't realize that there's all different types of black soap. So through my research, I found the African black soap, of course, quality African black soap, the Moroccan black soap, which actually is in the form of like a gel, and it's made with olives.
Oh my goodness. I
So
feel like a
it's
queen.
made with a gel, and it's made with olives, and it's a gentle exfoliant, and it moisturizes the skin. It evens the skin tone naturally with olives.
Well, I'm up here like, can I eat some?
Yeah.
Yes, when
And
you got
so,
good
yeah,
ingredients.
so the longer you put it on and let it sit on the skin, the better it works. So in Morocco, they have a Heyman treatment. So they put you in the steam room and they let you steam, and then they take the Moroccan black soap, and it's normally a gel, and they put that gel on you, and then they have this rag that they use, and they let that gel sit on you, and they take that rag, and you'll see just dead skin sloshing off your body naturally.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need that junk.
This is
We have to get. We've
treat.
been bamboozled, honey. So then, a lot of people say if they said the black soap is so strong, well, I got white African black soap. So white African black soap is more gentle. It only goes through the cooking process one time instead of twice. So it's a lot more gentle, but you get the same excellent benefits to help acne, psoriasis, uh, eczema. Eczema. It's a big killer of eczema because it's antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral.
Wow.
And it's so people tell me they use Dial, honey, Dial, and sorry, Dial, Dial and Dove, and they'll be so proud. I use Dove and Dial, and I'm like, oh, it makes me sick to something. I lose my breath. I was like, oh no, we got to get you something else.
Yeah,
because that's full of chemicals. It's really not doing anything for your skin. It's a temporary fix. Just like people say, I put Vaseline on my skin. Well, you put Vaseline on dry skin, yeah, it makes you look shiny, but it's just building up on top of your skin because it can't penetrate.
And it's mineral oil. Is it?
Yes, it's mineral.
Petroleum.
It's petroleum oil,
Petroleum
and it cannot
oil.
penetrate the skin. So you keep putting it on and keep putting it on, but eventually your skin is going to start looking dull and then you don't exfoliate.
Now let's talk, ladies. I'm gonna talk about this exfoliation one more time to my beautiful listeners. I gotta share with y'all because of course, I'm in the beauty industry as well. So with our hands and our nails, like I was at church yesterday and I had a great time. We had a prayer conference, but a beautiful young lady sat next to me. See, what we don't realize is our hands tell our age.
Quick.
Really, yours looks so pretty with
Quick.
those red, pretty nails,
Quick.
and her skin is pretty from top to every corner.
I exfoliate.
She exfoliated. I can tell it's shining to the most. But what I'm saying, ladies, is some of us black women, we get our nails done, we got a nice ring, and I told the young lady, if she's listening, she know I told her with love. I said, sis, you gotta get some lotion because if your babe about to put the ring on it, your man about to come and show you that ring, they're ashy, and we don't. And a lot of women, being that I'm in the manicure as a manicure by trade, a lot of times we don't think about that. We don't think that our hands, because you can see a woman, she can be really beautiful from top to bottom. Then she'll pull her hands out. It'll show her age.
Yes.
The exfoliation will help your hands.
And sunscreen on the hands.
And sunscreen. I agree.
We don't realize that we're driving all the time and all the sun
Yes,
and all that stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
used an example one time, like Jada Pinkett. You remind me of Jada Pinkett too.
Oh,
And
thank you.
of Jada Pinkett, she has this beautiful skin and she looks amazing. But you look at her hands.
And are they really?
Yeah.
I see you just like me. I can be looking because I love skin so much too. And I see somebody's skin, I'll be like, I just want to get them some good scrub and some good. I'll be like, God, I just want to bless them real quick. Because when I was in Warm Spirit, that's what I did. I would give out samples all the time. We had little samples that we would give our guests and stuff. And that one time try, like I cannot wait because I'm only gonna take one sample of all this, and I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm all in. Yes. I'm good to be a good customer to you. Yes. But I'm saying that to say because I love ingredients. I'm an ingredient junkie. My guest here,
so this is shea butter lotion. So I always wanted to create a lotion, but I don't like to. I don't like to add water to my. Because that's one of the things. If I don't have to add water, I don't want to add water, right? Because then you have to add a preservative. And that's what I want to try to steer away from, even though we have some natural ones. So
I don't know about making products. I just like them.
So this is we took shea butter
Look at me, I'm trying to
and
get
made a
some.
lotion.
I
It's
love
thick.
butter. I
So you
love
only
butter.
gonna need. Let me
Help me out. a
Yeah,
little bit.
we just put a
Celeste.
little because you're gonna get a lot. We don't need. That's all you're gonna need. And
Okay.
you're gonna
Ooh.
see. You're gonna see. This is Elizabeth,
Elizabeth.
and
That's a
Elizabeth
pretty
has
name.
turmeric
Oh,
and ginger in it, so it gets the skin. It gets. It's yes, it smells. So I had a customer
OMG.
in Maryland who said I want something with some ginger in it, and I wanted to even my skin tone, and I want to get my circulation going. So we got the ginger, and then we got the turmeric, and I was like, okay, the turmeric is orange. So then that's where I got the scent with the orange and
Oh my
ginger and the
goodness,
spicy.
Lord.
And see how moisturizing it with that drop.
Oh,
You know how long it's
y'all.
gonna last you.
Oh my greatness, Lord, thank you for this moment. I don't gotta shout out, gotta give him a high praise. Because right now, a little bit.
It's so concentrated. And what I always
So
recommend the women
OMG.
is
Can y'all see my beautiful
put a little
hands?
moisture when you get out the shower. Leave your skin a little moist, right?
Mhm.
And then put your product on because it helps it penetrate down into your skin. So your skin is just gonna suck it right up, and you're gonna be like, "Oh Lord, I feel amazing."
I am feeling
And then you're
myself.
gonna want to rub. Girl, you feel so good. When I get in the shower, I got a new body wash I'm coming out with that is made with quail powder and a shea butter bar, shea butter soap. Well, the shea butter doesn't suds. Folks like suds. You know how we like suds. And it didn't suds. And then the quail powder, which is these crushed leaves that I get from the Somalian women.
Now, what is quail power?
It's a leaves from a tree.
Wow.
And they will actually get a little foam to them when they're cleansing. But introducing something like that can be hard. So I said, I need to make a cleanser. So I took some of the quail powder and I took my shea butter soap and I grated it down so that it'll melt real good. And I added some Castile soap and some other goodies. And baby,
Oh my God.
it is amazing. So you get this natural exfoliation
Oh my goodness.
this is natural exfoliation, and it's evening your skin tone. It's just amazing. So I'll get in the shower and I'll suds up and I'll wash and then I'll use it all over again because it feels so good. The suds feel so soft and smooth and moisturizing and amazing that you just love taking a shower.
Girl, I'm just like after this show, y'all know I'm going right to my sacred bathroom in my wellness sacred home, and I'm looking forward to using everything. I want some of that too. Now let's talk about that. When you said the low suds, I want to just remind our listeners as we educate them. The suds. We had that same thing in warm
So
spirit.
we've been bamboozled into thinking that if the sudzier it is, the better it is for you. But unfortunately, it's got sodium lauryl sulfate in it. And that actually is doing the opposite. So you remember when you were growing up and your mom used to wash your hair until it was squeaky clean? Nothing should make you squeaky clean. When you finish taking your shower, the water should bead up on your skin. You know when you get your car waxed and the water beads up on the car? That's how your skin should look. Fortunately, this is how God works. I found a natural component that makes my body washes and stuff super duper sudsy.
Wow.
So I don't have that problem no more.
Wow.
So they love it because they do get the suds and it's all natural.
OMG.
Honey,
See,
that's God.
That is God. That's God right
Yes.
there. Yes, because we are so used to how other products show up, and then when you use a natural product and it doesn't show up, it's like
they're like, oh, I don't know if I like that.
Mhm.
So I had to be real honest with my customers, and in my bags I always put an FAQ card, and I tell them, a lot of people come to my product say like the scents. So I have some amazing scents. I've been blessed to be able to create some scents that people like that are different, and I don't want you to buy my stuff for the scent. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even add fragrance to it. I don't even want to add the fragrance. When I first started making it, I used cherry flavoring and almond flavoring. But we love a fragrance, baby. So if you ain't got no fragrance, they not going to use it. Okay? And so I had to switch over. So I do make sure that I use phthalate-free fragrance. And I use great quality fragrance. There's a difference in everything. So you have to make sure you have quality. And that's another reason I don't have 1,000 fragrances. Because I use good quality fragrances. So I'm not going to have 1,000.
Okay.
So I've been blessed. People love the fragrance. I've been a curator of that. And he just loads them into me. Like I said, I found the suds. Even with the soaps, Some people be like, well, I don't know, with the soap, she's just real creamy, even lathery feel to your skin. It's not stripping your skin. You don't want your skin and hair to be stripped. When it's squeaky clean, that means you have stripped every bit of oil out of it. And why you want to do that?
You don't want.
You don't want to do that. So I have some people, they go to Sephora and Ulta and all those different places, and they get advice from those people that are on the floor. And a lot of times they give them products that are just too strong for their skin that can actually create hyperpigmentation instead of taking it away because it's too strong for us. An example is retinol. So somebody asked me, well, do you need retinol? Yeah. But when I was growing up, I would go to the dermatologist and they would not want to give me retinol because for African American women, women of color, or women with sensitive skin, it can burn the skin. It makes your skin more sensitive to the sun. So it's going to do the opposite for us. It's going to get us make us more susceptible to the burning of the skin from the sun because we don't use sunscreen. I tell everybody you should use sunscreen every day, and we don't use a sunscreen. So when you're using that retinol and you go out in the sun in the daytime, it's going to burn your damn skin.
Wow.
Yeah. So I found a natural retinol, plant-based retinol that gives you the same amazing benefits as the retinol, but it's plant-based.
Wow.
And it doesn't make your skin sensitive, and you can use it in the day and the night. So people take these advice from these people at these stores who are really not educated on skincare products, and they go spend a whole lot of money with them too.
Oh yeah,
yeah, $200, $300, $400, $500 with them too.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they come to me, and then they want to nickel and dime me. Baby, my stuff is quality, and I'm going to heal the skin, and I'm going to give you the right stuff. So it's been a learning process. I really have to do a lot of education because there's so much stuff out there where I see people, you should try this and you should try that. Baby, that's not for our skin. It's too strong.
Oh, I love what you said, for our skin. That is so true because now African American women, we're learning to take better care of our skin, but I feel like if we pick up other types of skin products, it's definitely not for us.
It's too strong.
It's just not for us.
It's too strong. So it does the opposite effect and gives us hyperpigmentation. Just like if you go to your, I have some of my customers, I always say, get a facial. As much as you can afford it, get the facials. It's very important. And they'll go and the person will talk them into getting a peel. And they're not versed on black skin. And you know what a peel does.
Yeah.
It'll burn your skin up and you'll be messed up. And I've had to fix so many people who have gone through that and gotten burnt.
Oh no!
Yeah, from going to get the facials because they just don't know, and they don't know what questions to ask, and they talk them into it. Fortunately, I've been blessed to go to estheticians. I now have a black esthetician, but even before, when I looked at white estheticians, they would always say, "I'm going to use the lowest dose on you first, and then each month we'll go up just a little bit and go up just a little bit." But they go to some of these places to just put it on there because they think their counterparts have used it and it's okay. And then our skin is burned up. We go out in the sun, and some of it is permanent, unfortunately.
Oh, no. I remember a young lady who did have some very bad experience at a skincare experience when she went to a spa. They put the wrong product on her. She ended up having some discoloration with her skin. So you definitely need to be very educated before you go to any spa, because some of them will just suggest, and the suggest is just to upsell sometimes.
And they don't understand our skin. Our skin can be a little bit more sensitive.
It can be.
And then we have to do the follow-up here like sunscreen. And there's an amazing sunscreen. I don't make sunscreen. That's not my ministry. But we do have a sunscreen that I recommend called Black Girl Sunscreen that has worked amazing for the ladies. Yeah.
Wow. So we're getting close to the end of this wonderful. Oh, wow. We'll have to have her come back because I can't believe the hour is up already.
I know, right?
So you have a Black Girl. What did you say?
It's a Black Girl Sunscreen. It's actually blackgirlsunscreen.com.
Okay.
And they have it in some Targets.
So okay. So you can get that type. You said that's a recommendation.
Yeah, that's just one I recommend. That's not my ministry, so I let my other sister who make it. I let her.
Absolutely.
Let her do that. So Get your sunscreen.
I think she's right about that. And then my other question would be, where and what are we doing to wrap this up so we can get the listeners to be what's coming up with you, what's on the horizon, and then tell us how we can get in contact with you.
Okay, so you can always order from my website. I'm basically a website business at miriamb.com, and that's miriambe.com. The new thing that's coming is that the products will be placed in a store in downtown Nashville. It's called Alchemy Cafe, and it's 555 Church Street. It's easy. So we're having a pop-up shop there on Saturday, actually this Saturday, where you can get Valentine's gifts. If you forgot to order, you can come in, pop in and get Valentine's gifts. And we're having 25% off at the pop-up shop. So come and see us. We'll have some cookies, we're going to have a little cupcakes, a little chocolate. We might have a little cocktail for you. And we're just going to sit around and try products, smell them, touch them.
Oh, I can't wait to come down to your place. This is Saturday, right?
Yes. Okay. Have a little cocktail, enjoy some girl time.
Yeah.
I don't get out much. So now that I have the store, I have to get out a little bit more.
Good.
A lot of the ladies want to know who they get their skincare products from, right?
Yeah.
So it's a great thing for me to be able to get out.
Miriam B, did you get that information, everyone? I want to thank you again. We're going to have this amazing creating new history with us here in the Nashville area and expanding her business fastly and rapidly across the world. Please get in contact with her. I'd love to see you all down there on Saturday. I intend to get down there too on Saturday because I want to go see her new place. Congratulations to all your success.
Yeah, thank you so much. A friend of mine is actually her cafe. It's called Alchemy Cafe. I want you all to come down and also support her. She's going to have soups, sandwiches, salads, juices, smoothies, all that kind of stuff in the cafe.
Well,
so
wow, congratulations. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun and good food and fellowship and networking. Come on down, take care of your skin. Love you guys. I'm RFD and we're out of here. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Wow. Oh my goodness. My self-care moments are starting right after this show. Have a great day and week. And remember our word for this week, that I am powerful. I love you guys. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You did amazing. You are amazing. Madam CJ New Walker. Girl, I was like, I don't want Celeste Black. I'm like, look at your product.
So it's funny because before I even thought about having a skincare company, I knew I needed to have a business. I worked for corporate America, and I was like, it's got to be something more to life than this. And I said, I used to hate my name.
I love your name.
Because I lived in Upper East Tennessee. Nobody could pronounce my name. It was weird. Miriam Celeste, everybody. So I used to go on job interviews, and they think I'm a Jewish girl.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I literally, okay, let me share with you. I got to tell her. And I got to go. Bye, people. I got to tell her about her beautiful name. I love her name. It's so pretty. I got to go. We had a ball and see you this Saturday if I'm going over on my shenanigan moment live. I apologize. I love you guys. Bye. Now. Well, no. Oh.